You know, the appointment of elements of the officers of the PNP, there has to be kept confidential. Okay, we should respect that confidentiality, but it's the president's discretion, which I consider to be absolute, because he is actually the well, you cannot consider that commander-in-chief kasi civilian yan, no? Pero more or less, ganun. No one can question the use of that discretion, call it inscrutable. But right now, the considerations that weighed in the choice of General Torre should be respected.
Kasi he oversaw many high-profile operations, including yung kay Pastor Kibuloy and then recently yung kay pag-aresto kay former President Duterte. May kinalaman po kaya yung naging handling niya mga ganong operations sa naging choice ng Pangulo?
Hindi ko masasabi yan dahil alam mo, si Presidente always demands performance. Kahit na ano yung pinagawa sa'yo, you must have you must exhibit some high degree level of performance. So maybe that is one. I'm not going to discount that. But there may be other qualities of General Torre that he might have considered in comparison to the qualities of those others who were not given this responsibility.
Yung pong pagkaka-appoint ni General Torre, naasahan po ba na magkakaroon ng mga demoralization or sa hanay po ng PNP yung pagkaka-appoint po sa kanya?
Bakit naman?
Dahil kung titingnan po yung mga background po ng iba pang contender, hindi po kaya magdulot ito ng problema sa kanya?
Palagay ko naman hindi. Dahil professional yung mga hanay ng kapulisan. No? They're all very great professionals. They're very decorated individuals. So they just follow what the commander-in-chief or what the president desires.
So hindi po naman ito reward sa kanya, another reward ng Pangulo yung kanyang
Alam mo, lahat ng promotion reward yan, ano? But most promotions are given on merit. So let us assume that this was given on merit because, you know, it was not an easy decision on the part of the president. He considered, to my recollection, 5 names. No? And you must probably have an idea of who those 5 were. But as of this time, the decision was already made and it favored Police Major General Torre. By the time he accepts this appointment, he will have the 4 stars.
Magandang araw mga kaibigan. Bigyan natin ng reaction opinion itong breaking news ng GMA News posted 20 minutes ago. Tungkol ito sa bagong PNP chief na inappoint ni President Marcos Jr. So, breaking. Palace announces the appointment of Police Major General Nicolas Torre III as the new PNP chief via Ivan Mayrena, GMA Integrated News. Okay, so ito, basahin natin sa balita ng GMA News. Okay. Ayan ang balita. Nicolas Torre is next PNP chief, Bersamin. Okay. Bayana, Feliciano Bahog, GMA Integrated News, published May 29, 2:32 p.m. So, mainit-init pa. Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin disclosed that Police Major General Nicolas Torre III is the next Philippine National Police Chief. Torre will replace current PNP Chief Police General Romel Marbel, whose extended term is set to expire on June 7. In February, Marcos extended the term of Marbel by 4 months, which was beyond the COP's compulsory retirement age of 56 amid election season. Okay, so yun lang. Ako, matagal ko nang alam. Nung last year, yung KOJC seeds, tapos nagresulta, napilitang nag-surrender si Pastor Apollo Kibuloy, sabi ko, malamang ito ang mag-PNP chief. Lalo na nung tong pag-aresto, pag-kidnap kay Tatay Digong, yan, talagang ang main actor, ang man on the ground, si General Torre, alam ko na, 100% sure na siya ang mag-PNP chief. At ito na nga, siya na ang PNP chief. So, ang alam ko, hindi na rin magtatagal as PNP chief si General Torre. Magre-retire na rin siya. Kung siya by June 7, next year, retire na rin siya. So, hanggang next year lang siya. So, after his retirement, what's next? Okay? Sabi nga nila, panahon. Si PRRD, narinig ko, bago siya arestuhin. Hindi naman sa nananakot si PRRD kasi ang anak ko, baka maging presidente, baka babalikan ka. Parang ganun ba? Sa ngayon, walang malakas na kandidato by 2028 except BP Sara. Wala pa akong nakikitang malakas na kandidato na pwedeng makatalo kay BP Sara. Dati, si Senator Raffy Tulfo, malakas siya. Kailang, I don't know. Na siya, bumababa na siya ngayon. Kasi, bigla siyang tumahimik. Noong una kasi, ang ganda yung birada niya. Ang daming mga iniimbestigahan. Kailang, pagsimula ng mga investigasyon sa mga hindi ka nais-nais na pangyayari sa Pilipinas, tumitigil, tapos nagiging tahimik. Kaya, yun, yung latest survey ng Tangerie, speaking of Tangerie, yung mga previous survey nila before election, hindi ka panipaniwala. Kasi mga mga commission survey. Kaya lang lately, merong non-commission survey, walang nagbayad. So, ito lang ang survey ng Tangerie na malapit sa katotohanan na ako, pinapaniwalaan ko. Yung presidential survey, sino ang malakas by 2028? Ang result ng survey ng Tangerie, naunguna si BP Inday Sara at 29%. Pangalawa si BP Leni at 21%. Pangatlo si Senator Bongo at 15%. Pangapat si Raffy Tulfo at 11%. Then panglima si Speaker Martin Romualdez at 6%. So, yung ganong distribution of points o percent, most likely sa tingin ko malapit sa katotohanan. Kasi talagang lumakas ang mga dilawan. Sa ngayon, maganda ang performance nila sa last election. Kaya nanalo si Bam at Kiko Pangilinan. At ito ngayon, pumuporma na si Reza Hontiveros na open daw siya magkandidato by 2028. So, I don't know kung interesado pa ba si BP Leni nakakandidato. Kung hindi na, most likely itong ang magpaparis niyan is Bam Aquino and Reza Hontiveros. Sila ang team to beat Romualdez. Wala na. Mahihirapan. Si Raffy Tulfo, Senator Raffy Tulfo, kung mag-independent siya, hindi siya sasama kay Romualdez, baka may laban pa. Again, balik tayo kay General Torre. Anong mangyari sa kanya by 2028 pag upo ni BP Sara? As in, pababayaan na lang? Ano sa tingin nyo? Kasi may kasabihan nga tayo, kung ano ang iyong itinanim, anin mo. And by the way, di ba may kaso, kinasuhan na sila sa ombudsman at pinagsasubmit na sila ng counter affidavit. Nagpa-extend lang sila ng 10 days. Tapos, I believe natapos na yung extension. Wala na tayong balita kung ano na ang update. Magre-retire na si Ombudsman Martires by August. So, May, June, July, magtatatlong buwan na lang. I don't know kung may mangyayari doon sa investigasyon ng Ombudsman habang nandyan si Ombudsman Martires. Pag retire ni Ombudsman Martires by August, depende sa ilalagay na bagong ombudsman, palagay ko wala na. So, good luck po sa incoming PNP Chief General Nicolas Torre.